Hey, y'all, back with another video. So good morning to everyone. It's Monday, October 20th. It is 9:04 a.m. I just wanted to, again, like I said, I'm trying to do a video every single day. So I apologize if the topics that I talk about may not necessarily be for you. That's okay. Eventually, I'm going to get to a topic that you care about. But just for my consistency of it all, I'm probably always going to come up here every day and talk about some random shit that has nothing to do with nothing. But today I want to talk quickly about the Brandy and Monica tour. So, Brandy and Monica announced their tour a few months ago after 27 years, okay? Literally the majority of my life. These whores are finally going on tour together. So excited. It's Brandy and Monica tour featuring Kelly Rowland, which, whoo, baby, we'll get into her in a second. Money Long and Coco Jones. What a lineup. What a lineup. What a lineup, okay? So when the tour was first announced or whatever, I had sent it over to my mom. Now, just for reference, if my mama is 45, I'm 30. Do the math, sister, right? Okay. So I sent it over because my mom obviously is a very big. My mom and Brandy and Monica are pretty much the exact same age, right? I think maybe my mom is a few months older than Brandy. Monica, maybe she's a few months younger than her, but whatever, same age frame, right? So I sent that over. I actually bought my mom tickets for her birthday. Now her show ain't until November 30th in DC, but I got her tickets, so her and my dad is gonna go together to go see. Very excited for them. Now I'm not gonna hold you. I might have to kick my daddy off this trip. Now to be fair, originally when I brought up the trip to him, he did say maybe you and your mom should just go. But when I said no, because I'm gonna just be getting back from Vegas and I offered for one of my other sisters to go, he said, hell the fuck no. If you ain't going, I'm definitely going. I wanna see Brandy and Monica. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay. So we'll make sure you see them. So um they just went, they did their first two dates or whatever. I think it was like Cincinnati and then they did Chicago, right? And then they did Indianapolis last night. So I was searching and scrolling so hard for the TikToks the first night. Couldn't really find much. Thankfully, somebody on YouTube, bless your heart, posted the entire tour or whatever, right? And actually, that video was actually performing really well. I think it's like over 200,000 views or whatever. It's performing very well. But anyway, watch the whole thing. Let me tell you something. I wept. I wept so many. Just sitting here in this chair, I literally had it on this screen that I'm recording on. I watched it this past Saturday. I wept about 4 different times watching this damn concert. I don't think I wept that much watching Beyonce. Bitch, it just touched me so much. From the way that and let me tell you something, Brandy and Monica, whoever helped them put this tour together, y'all fucking ate down. Because from the set list to the wardrobe to the fucking like the visuals, like the graphics, so sickening. Like y'all did y'all big one with this tour, baby. Like I said, from the moment that they do the whole little elevator, the elevator rises up, you got a B and M, they both come out looking sickening, baby. When Monica turns to Brandy and tell her to eat it up, too much. Bitch, that was too. When Monica turned to Brandy and said, bitch, eat it up, I said, come on, you better tell her, eat it up. Eat the performance up. Brandy starts off with What About Us. I love that whole first little vignette, which is both of them pretty much just going back and forth with like songs, kind of like how the verses was, right? So Brandy does a song, Monica does a song, Brandy does a song, Monica. I love the way they started that off. And mind you, they came out with the bangers. They wasn't even playing no games. They came out with all of the hits, the songs that's going to get you up. What I will say is, why wasn't enough people singing for Like This and Like That with Monica? I just can't keep from going. I'm falling in love with you. I need to know if you want me for two. Hey, we messed around for too long. I need a commitment. What? I want you, and I feel the same, like this and like that. I'm gonna move. I'm sorry, it's early as hell. Like this and like that. Yeah, like, bitch, y'all better sing like this and like that. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But the tour was so good, bitch. Brandy did Angel in Disguise. It's too Brandy The only song that was missed by Brandy, and technically they did put it in a little video montage, but we needed to hear it live, was When You Touch Me. That's it. If she would have put When You Touch Me, like actually sang it versus like it just being in the vignette, baby, good is dead. Good is dead, bitch. Angel in Disguise, have you could, bitch, throw Borderline in there. It would have been done for me. It would have been done. Monica did all of the songs that she needed to do, bitch. For You I Will cry. At the very end, right? After they, first of all, the Whitney Houston tribute took me clean out. Because Nippy ain't got no business not being here. Nippy ain't got no business not being on God's green earth. It's unfathomable. To this day, I still don't understand how Whitney Houston is not alive and well. Whitney Houston died when I was like a senior in high school. Took me clean the fuck out. Took me clean the fuck out. Too much. Vocally. Vocally. Let me tell you something. We're going to get into the nonsense, right? Because I'm going to get into the nonsense in a second. I am tired, but actually, I kind of get into the nonsense a little bit. There's been, even in the tour itself, right? You see them talking about how like people was trying to put them against each other, the industry, fans and stuff. And it's clear that to this day that it did not stop. This is what's really making me mad about it, is a lot of the people that still, even during this tour, even though it just started, is doing the, oh, this person's not singing live, oh, this person voice eats and this person doesn't, oh, this person can dance, this person, like, I'm almost positive that the majority of y'all are within like the age range of the people like who's their demographic, which is anywhere from like, I don't know, let's say like 30 to like, we're gonna stretch it out like 30 to 50 pretty much, right? Y'all are too grown to be on TikTok and online still doing Stan Wars at y'all age. That's absolutely ridiculous. The other thing I see constantly, and this is less on Brandy and Monica and more on Kelly. So we're going to kind of go through some of the things that's been happening around this tour, right? So let's start off with Kelly Rowland. Kelly Rowland is opening for them, okay? A lot of people I've seen a lot of people say like, well, it doesn't sit right in my spirit that Kelly is an opener. And I feel y'all sentiment. I really do. And I understand what y'all are saying, because in my spirit, it don't sit right either. Like, this is the Kelly Rowland. This ain't no slouch, bitch. This is Kelly. This is Calandria Rowland. Iconic. Beautiful. Voices on point. Like, just everything. I do agree with y'all to a degree that it don't sit right in my spirit. However, I would like to say, if Kelly was over there in the UK, I think Kelly could easily headline her own tour. Because, no shade, the UK appreciates Kelly in a way that the US did not. Let's just call the facts the facts. Yes, Kelly has like a few hits over here in the US, but I believe the reason that she's not headlining her own tour is because, to be quite honest, Kelly's albums, like solo albums, yes, you have like the whole Motivation era. That album was really good. The one with Kisses Down Low, that was really good. I'm gonna tell y'all another album. Let me tell y'all, I wish I had my phone on me right now. There is an album, right, that Kelly put out, I want to say maybe like 2 years ago. It was like a little cute, little quick EP. Baby, Don't You Worry by Kelly Rowland. Off that album. It's so good. Don't you know that I'm right here by your side? Don't you worry. Don't you know I got you, baby? Got you, baby. Don't you know that I got you? Bitch, that album goes. But don't worry, off that album fucking goes. But I want to say that y'all did not support Kelly the way that she deserves to be supported over here in the United States. But I think that if Kelly goes over to the UK, where she had like a little bit more like solo success, like, y'all don't understand the way that Kelly moves units across the pond. That girl moves them things over there. I think she would be able to headline a tour over there. I will say, however, though, I would like Kelly, after this tour, to put out a new album, because one of the main things that you're seeing people talk about from this tour is Kelly. It's only been 3 days, but everybody's talking about how fine Kelly Rowland is, because my goodness, that woman is so fine. It's nothing that you could do about it. She's so damn fine. She sounds amazing. She looks good. Her dancing, like, she has everything that's needed. I want Kelly to put out an album at the end of this tour or in the middle of this tour, and then I want her to set herself up to go on tour like sometime next year. after seeing all of the fodder and stuff like that around her since the tour has started, I do believe that Kelly could do it. I really do. Maybe I don't know, maybe if Arena, but I want Kelly to do her own tour. Kelly says she hasn't been on tour in 14 years. That's a hot ass mess on our end. That's a hot ass mess on our end. I will also say though, right? Another thing I'm seeing on TikTok is we're tired, because it's not just a TikTok thing. Y'all have been doing this forever. Y'all have been comparing Beyonce and Kelly and Michelle to each other forever. And y'all love to try to shit on Kelly and Michelle by trying to say that they're no Beyonce. But this is my whole thing about it, right? First of all, I personally feel like the direction, not that Kelly, I don't know, I can't assume, but not that Kelly probably didn't want a huge, like, singing career like solo, but I feel like the path that Beyonce went down initially when they were solo versus the path that Kelly and Michelle decided to go down solo, I just think that their goals were different, you know, and like what their careers were supposed to be. I will also say that Kelly herself has admitted, for example, in that last album that I'm talking about, she put out like, not like a documentary with it, but it was like a whole lot of like little clips of her, like her recording process for that album. And in that, in one of the clips, you see her say, let's talk about the elephant in the room, you know, about me being second best or whatever, or how people make her feel like not that confident, you know, going into the studio, because she's always being compared to Beyonce. And it's something that unfortunately is never going to stop. But if you listen to those clips of her talking when she's in the studio, it's obvious that has fucked with her, right? Your sister is Beyonce. Like, it's Beyonce, for God's sake. And it's like, people constantly try to tell her that she's not good enough, or she'll never be Beyonce, or she'll never be good. And that's what people are doing now. I see it in TikTok, and it's just trash, bro. It's fucking trash at the end of the day. First of all, I want to be very clear about something. If you can't be in Beehive, number one, and sing that about Kelly. It's not possible for you to be true Beehive down and say anything negative about Kelly, Solange, or Michelle. It's not possible. How are you truly Beehive down and you say something negative about the Queen's sisters? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Even if you want to look at it from that standpoint. But outside of that, if you're old enough, obviously, Destiny's Child, Hive, way before Beyonce Hive. Way before Beyonce Hive. Kelly was always, and I know people always like, oh, Kelly was my favorite. No, deadass. The reason Kelly was always my favorite is because, not trying to be funny, Kelly's a brown-skinned girl. I'm a brown-skinned girl. I couldn't necessarily always relate to Beyonce. Beyonce is a light-skinned woman with blonde. I don't relate to that. I related to Kelly from just like an aesthetic standpoint. Beautiful brown woman. Ooh, her voice is just everything. But there is no way that you're truly Beehive down and don't think or don't know that Kelly Rowland has had input in I don't want to say every single tour, but the majority of the last few tours that Beyonce has gone on, if you think that Kelly Rowland didn't give any input, you're fucking insane. We've seen Kelly in the behind, when Beyonce does like her little behind the scenes shit with her movies, we always see Kelly there. Kelly is always right there with her bitch, sitting right there next to her, pointing shit out. You think that Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter is not turning to Calandria Rowland and asking her opinion on her art, asking for her input, asking, what do you think I should do? What do you think I should change? Should I do this? Should I do that? And that Kelly's input is not taken seriously or actually applied? You're insane if you think that. You're insane if you think that all of the tours, let's start from a formation going forward, that Kelly has not had some type of input or like advisory or consultant within it. You're insane. You're insane if that's what y'all think. When I look at Beyonce concert, I always look at it like it's an amalgamation of a lot. She has a lot of people that work with her. It's not just her alone in her head. It's all of these different people that's around her that help contribute and put towards it. And I know for a fact that Kelly Rowland is one of those people. So even if you want to shit on her from that standpoint, how can you when she helps be with her shit? Stop talking bad about Kelly. Second of all, Kelly voice. Her voice is so good. Kelly, you tried trying to talk about something. I never told nobody this before. You want to know what this gives me exactly what she did on the read. So when Kelly was on stage, she was like, I never told anybody this before, but did y'all know that the song Girl was about me? And everybody in the crowd was like, and the internet was like, Sistren. Yes, we knew. Beyonce said in the song, we've been friends since we were like, what, kids or whatever. You cannot hide from your friends. Like, I thought we've been kids since we was like 13 or 12 or whatever. Like, you cannot hide from your friends. Yes. Did you hear the way that Beyonce was singing that song? We know it was about you, Sistren. Like I said, it's like when Kelly went to the read or whatever, right? And they were saying to her, like, did you know that you was texting on XL? And she was like, I've been getting this question for years. And my question is, what the hell is XL? I said, oh, she too rich. The fact that Kelly Rowland didn't even know what XL is, too rich. You too rich for her. She's too rich. She don't know nothing about us commoners and what the fuck we do. I love her. But moving on to Brandy and Monica. So at the Chicago stop, right? There's a video. Okay, now I want to be clear, right? Because I watched the TikToks and I watched all of night one, right? There was mic issues during night one. Night one, you could not hear Monica at all. Like, I don't want to say at all, but for a lot of her songs, you could not hear her. Even for my song, Like This and Like That, she starts to sing, but you cannot hear her mic. So she really just pretty much go ahead, and dances throughout the whole song. So I will say they had mic issues night one. Going into night two, apparently there was still some mic issues. And during, I don't know if it was like maybe Baby, when Brandy was performing Baby, that she was like, hold on, y'all. She was like, my mic is acting a little funny. And then like during her set, you see her walk off stage. She literally damn near like mushed the fuck out of the soundboard person. She was not playing. Get the fuck out, my move. I can fix this shit my damn self. Went over to the soundboard or whatever to see what was going on. Don't know. She ends up walking backstage, and that's all that we knew. Now, according to the people from Chicago, she kind of walked off stage. It kind of gets a little weird. Monica comes out and pretty much ends the show on her own. They don't do, like I said, there's a little section, my other favorite part of, like, after they do the Whitney Houston tribute, when they're sitting there and they're, like, singing each other's songs or whatever. I thought that was so cute. But they didn't get to do that this time. Monica had to come out and close on her own, and then they just ended the show. Nobody came out and gave an explanation as to why. So I was only annoyed because I'm like, no, not this being show 2. Night 2, and I'm like hoping that y'all don't have like no big issues. I didn't even care about, I was more so concerned about Brandy and Monica's like friendship. Like I don't give a shit about the rest. I want them two whores to be okay together. And I was hoping that it wasn't a situation where Brandy just kind of walked off and didn't give a fuck whatever, because I know that would probably fuck up whatever her and Monica got going on together. But then when there was clips that came out, or there was rumors that was saying that Brandy was actually rushed to the hospital right after she left stage, but people were like, no, that's not it. You were mad because your sound wasn't working and you went to the soundboard, we saw you, it wasn't because you were sick. You're a liar, you're a liar, you're a liar. But my thing is, later that night, right, when Monica does close the show, you see her sitting there about to cry. I don't think people's like, oh, it's because of the Whitney tribute. She done did that Whitney tribute a couple of times. She didn't even cry night one when she did it. I think Monica was crying because I think she was genuinely concerned about Brandy. D'Angelo just died. And now the person that she's supposed to be doing this tour with is on their way to the hospital. That shit's terrifying. And y'all don't know, and this is another thing too, you gotta know your history to know Monica has been through some shit. Like, Monica's story, y'all call her Gunica and wonder why she act the way that she act. If you knew Monica's story, you would know why she carries herself the way she do. That woman has been through so much. And I'm pretty sure that shit was probably triggering and very worrisome, whatever the hell was going on with Brandy. I would like to also say too, because then Brandy's team later came out with a statement, or Brandy put a statement out pretty much saying that when the show first started, she already wasn't really feeling that well. She almost fainted, all that other stuff. And I will also say, to back her up on that, because somebody posted this on TikTok, is when the show first started, right? And like Brandy goes and then Monica goes, but they're focusing on Brandy and her people sitting down. And you can see that Brandy kind of like leans forward a little bit. And the dancer on the left was like about to catch her or whatever. pretty much saying that, like, or trying to prove the fact that it was clear that there was something wrong with her, and even in that video you could tell she was having a hard time like breathing. So I don't dispute that that's probably what happened. What I will also say though to that is, like I said, Brandy came out and said that she was feeling faint, wasn't feeling the best, right? But she still went on ahead and pushed through. But then sonically, everything wasn't working with the audio, so like that just completely threw her off. And then she started to feel not well again, and they end up taking her to the hospital. Now people are like, "Oh, you're a liar. You was saying that." So this is my thing. Do y'all not understand that Brandy already has health issues? I think Brandy had a seizure like not that long ago. She already has health issues. That's number one. But number two, do y'all not understand that when you are stressed out like that, how many like different health issues it could trigger? So let's just say Brandy at the start of the show was already not feeling well, but she said, okay, I'm gonna try to push through. But then through her trying to do her performance, you can't even hear her because her mic is not working. Who's to say that her being very like worked up or stressed out by the fact that her mic is not working could have easily triggered like her health, like, you know, something in her health to go wrong? That happens all the time. That's why people tell you, do not be stressed out. It's not just for your mental health. It's also for your physical health. Stress, that's why when they say when you're pregnant, you should not be stressed out, because that stress will really fuck up your body. So I 110% believe that she probably wasn't feeling well. I believe the whole situation with the audio probably pissed her off so much to where she probably started to feel even worse. You cannot tell me that as bad, and this is why I refuse to believe that it was just, oh, she just was pissed off about it and she didn't want to come back. Do you know how long Brandy has been waiting to do this tour with Monica? She even said it the first night, and she's been saying it. She's been trying to do this tour with Monica forever. I highly doubt that on the second night, Brandy would fuck it up so much purposefully to just not come out. Like, and help finish the show with Monica. Y'all are insane if that's what y'all think. Y'all are insane. And I want to say this too. I'm real sensitive. I be sensitive about a lot of people, but I'm real sensitive about Brandy Norwood. Please do not play on my motherfucking top. Do not play on Brandy Norwood's top. We're not gonna play her like that. That woman is too important, too iconic, too pivotal for y'all to be playing on her fucking name. Secondly, let's talk about the vocals. I'm so tired of y'all talking about who's lip singing and who's not. Have y'all heard? I don't believe that Brandy is lip singing for 90% of the show. I don't believe it. I know that there's certain times that she's lip singing a little bit. She has a little bit of backtracking vocal. But for example, Angel in Disguise, I watched that damn performance. That girl did not lip sync. She sung that shit down. And a lot of the fucking songs, her and Monica did fucking sing. And let me be very clear. Are we trying to insinuate that Brandy Norwood can't sing? Is that what, because that's pretty much what y'all are insinuating, is that Brandy cannot sing. Brandy Norwood cannot sing live. That's what we're saying. We're saying, now granted, Monica will have her moments here and there just like Brandy does. But are we saying that Monica cannot sing live? That's what we're saying? The way I know for a fact a lot of times they're singing live is because they're not even singing a lot of times in the same key as the fucking actual song. They're singing in a much lower register because that's where their voices are today. I even know that they're fucking singing live by the way that they pick and choose their fucking spots of what high notes they're gonna hit, what high notes they're not gonna hit. Like, for example, I think is it For You I Will? Maybe it's For You I Will. When Monica kind of sits there for a second and like the chorus kind of goes, and then she at the, you know, that very end, she's like, when she hits that high note, whatever the fuck that note is, at For You I Will, towards the end. Right before she gets to that note, she sits there, she doesn't sing, and then once the note comes, you hear her singing it. Stop playing. Bro, y'all are not gonna do this whole tour. Y'all are too grown to still be trying to do the Brandy versus Monica thing when they're on tour and it's clear that these bitches get along with each other. We're not gonna do that. Please stop playing on our legends' head tops. Stop. Stop playing with Calandria's name. Stop playing with Brandy Norwood's name. And stop playing with Monica Gunica. Please. But I really might have to kick my daddy off and go to that tour. I really might have to go to that tour because I got my whole life watching it. But I really hope y'all should go to the tour. It was nice. If not, watch it on YouTube. It was a nice time. But y'all tell me what y'all think about. Bye.